Hello guys, welcome to a new video on Tower of God New World. And in this video, I'm going to go over the November 6 update. And we're also going to look at White and Anna's kits. And yeah, that's basically the plan. But before starting, I just wanted to mention that this live stream is going to be a bit tricky on my part because I have another appointment after work. And then the day after, I'm on a business trip to Milan, which is going to take the whole day. So I cannot even stream the day after like in the evening. So my plan would be to stream a little bit after the update goes live, which would mean around 5 a.m. my time. And then I will be streaming for a couple of hours at best, or probably will start at 5:30. I will see, But yeah, could be that I will be streaming from 5:30 to 7 a.m. and then I will go to work, something like that, or maybe 7:30. It doesn't really matter. So yeah, that's probably what the schedule is going to look like because otherwise I cannot make it. So yeah, that's my plan. Now I would say we can just get started with the maintenance. We have the schedule. Seems to be shorter than usual. It's going to be only up to 3:30 in the morning. We have the usual 1000 Suspendium. Then we have White and Anna being released. Both of them are purple units. And we're going to look at their kits in a second. We're not going to look at them via these videos. We're going to open their dedicated pages so we can just move forward with the other stuff. For new content, we have 5 additional floors, the usual. We have the Labyrinth of Memories for White. Perfect. Let's say it's just going to be free stuff and an exchange shop, so it's always nice. We have the trial, as usual, the boost mission for both of them, the check-in part 1 and part 2, Giga Boss Battle, Tower of Alliances, a new minigame, the Shinsu Purification event. Like there are a lot of events ongoing all at the same time. There is the Purification Point ranking race. I hated it last time. I also forgot to do it a couple of times because there was no like exclamation point or anything. It was just random if I remembered good, otherwise kind of meh. So I don't know. I was not really a fan of this kind of event. We'll see if they did some improvements or not. There is a new costume. This is the costume for Albelda. Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention the Tower Race Season 2. This should be next week, not this one, but yeah. There's going to be a second season for that Tower Race. It was okay, I would say. So it's nice. It's nice to see it back. Again, the costume is Albelda. Then we have the special summon for both White and Anna and the new bundles. And then some miscellaneous things, just adjustments to underground laboratory bosses, bonus time for returning regulars, fine. Tower of Alliances adjustments, okay. Okay, they're already increasing the purchase limit for some items in the race shop. Interesting. They increase Revolution currency for weekly and monthly along with new adventure chapters. These should be the usual increases, nothing to the existing floors. It's just if you complete floor 130, 60, which is the last one we have, you're going to get additional from weekly and monthly. Usual stuff, nothing major there. Just some rewards for people that were not participating in the Championship Fight League, but just the ones that voted. Okay, fine. And what else? I would say that's pretty much it. There is not much. We have a lot of events, though, like a lot of overlapping events, which means a lot of free stuff, but yeah, nothing too exciting, I would say, other than the 2 new units. And talking about the 2 new units, let's just have a look at White first. And yeah, let's first have a quick look at the video, and then we can have a look at the skills. This time I activated the audio for the video, so I hope it's not too annoying.
It's you. The first scream to be engraved in my triumphal arch.
I would say the voice fits him well from my point of view. So we already saw a first AoE attack with barrier, then a dash with barrier, and the special move has a nice AoE actually. I thought it was going to be super single target. Probably is just in the direction of the target, and then it hits everyone on the line. And then there is the AoE portion with uh, the second part of the special move. So let's start from the passive. We have Unquenchable Thirst. White applies a mark of thirst to the last target that he has used a basic attack against. Okay. When White uses a skill to attack a target with Mark of Thirst, he creates a sword scar that deals a percentage of his attack as damage a number of times, cooldown a number of seconds. Okay, interesting. Unfortunately, again, we don't have information on how much these percentages actually are, but remember that warriors don't have a lot of base attacks, so I wouldn't expect too much, even if the numbers are high, though he's getting attack increases, and a lot will depend on how big this increase is, but we're going to read it in a second. And whenever White attacks a target with a mark, their magic resistance is decreased by percentage per attack for a certain number of seconds, with a maximum of I don't know how many stacks. I hope is at least a 60% total. I mean, Joaquin has 60% physical pierce, so I think it would be reasonable to expect a 100% magic resistance decrease, which would make him pretty valuable even if he doesn't deal a lot of damage himself, given you can make him survive. But yeah, still pretty good that he has magic resistance decrease in his kit, and his attack is increased by a percentage until the end of the battle with a certain number of stacks. I hope the total is going to be at the very least 400%. And this can, unfortunately, this can be removed by buff removal skills, which is super annoying. So we'll see. Maybe with Revolution they will make it not removable, which would make him pretty good. Uh, but yeah, we'll see. For now, he's great, but unfortunately, you have to remember that there will be some units you cannot really do much against, like Garam, Anniversary Iwa, or Urek too. Only one mark of thirst can exist at any time. Okay, perfect. And yeah, this is the passive. It's already super solid. I like it. There are the right things from my point of view. We will just have to see how many stacks, how much the debuffs will last, and how much the actual attack percentage increase will be. But there is potential in the passive. Then the first active, Spirit Suppressing Eightfold Strike. White increases his swiftness, so he also has a swiftness increase for a certain number of seconds, and creates a barrier around himself equal to percentage of his attack that is going to last for the same duration. Now, we already saw both of his skills generates barriers, which just means in PvP you cannot use him against Ray, or you're going to get fucked, especially also with the attack increase you have here in the passive. Like, you will be absolutely destroyed. White is going to be super countered by Ray. That's just a fact, I would say. Unless exclusive equipment and Revolution change this, there is not much we can do about that. But okay, so this first part, pretty good. Then we have afterwards, it puts a mark of thirst on the furthest enemy, then dashes towards them, dealing a percentage of his attack as damage to all enemies in his path, and is invincible while using this skill. Overall, this is pretty good. Now, if he applies the barrier and then he's immediately invincible also while applying the barrier, then he might not be countered as heavily as I'm thinking by Ray, but just the fact that whenever he does basic attack or whatever attack on a marked enemy, is going to be like he's going to receive a percentage of his max HP as damage because of Cobalt. This is pretty annoying already. But yeah, all in all, this skill is pretty solid. Not much we can say. I don't like the barrier that much, but it's fine. The other active skill, White increases magic pierce by percentage for a number of seconds and creates a barrier around himself. Again, fucking barriers, equal to percentage of his attack for the same duration. Like, his active skills are good, like swiftness increase, magic pierce increase. The passive has magic resistance decrease and attack increase. Like already there is a lot of damage in his kit, and if you use Albelda Revolution 5 with him, he has to be good because he will have these bonuses up 100% of the time, which is pretty massive. So yeah, pretty good. Then we have afterwards he deals a percentage of his attack as damage to nearby enemies. That was the small AoE we saw. If an enemy hit has a mark of thirst, the attack coefficient of this skill is increased. Simple, straightforward, and I would say the buffing is the biggest part of this active skill. I'm not expecting it to deal that much damage. Then we have the special move. White channels the power of souls to create a giant sword, dealing a percentage of his attack to damage to enemies in front of him with a single swing. Afterwards, a number of blades. They already mentioned 10 in the dev notes, so it should be 10 blades shards fly towards random enemies, each dealing a percentage of white attack as damage, and is invincible while using the skill. Again, simple, straightforward, pure damage. We'll have to see how much damage this is. I'm expecting at the very least 2400% on the single swing and then 400% each shard kind of thing. And that's like 6400% attack total, which is a massive number, but we have to remember this guy is a fucking warrior. So I think it's fine. I'm not seeing any crit increase. I'm not seeing any crit guarantee. I'm guessing with Revolution, we're going to get a special move increase that will either make it perma crit. Yeah, I think it's reasonable to make this always crit so that you can leverage the 90% crit damage from the Revolution subnode. I hope that's gonna happen, and that would be pretty good. And then we just need to make like boost the passive with the other Revolution. That's what I'm hoping, but we have no idea. And then for exclusive equipment, I don't know what to expect. The kit itself has potential. So completing it with exclusive equipment or Revolution, I think white will be pretty solid, pretty strong. But it could also just be trash. Like if this is all he has, and they're just increasing, I don't know, the duration of the buff or reducing the cooldown of some skill or some shit like that without giving him more survivability because he doesn't have any at the moment. Yes, sure, he's invincible by using two skills, but what about the rest of the time? So they really need to boost his survivability a lot and make some buffs not removable. And I think if this cannot be removed, then Cobalt would not attack because it says it tries to remove the buff and then attacks. So if it fails to remove it, it shouldn't attack theoretically. So it would remove also a big weakness against Storm Ray. Sure, you still have the barriers. That would be a problem, probably only for this one. So it's acceptable at that point. But doesn't matter. We don't really face Storm Ray in Adventure, so it's fine. Or at least I haven't faced him yet, so I think he's not there. But okay, so white, a lot of potential. I can see being really, really good, but it could also mess it up. So not sure. Then we have Anna, a purple mage. And let's have a look at the video and then we can look at the skills as well. And let's see. She summons the rabbit, so I don't know. Okay. Just shielding and making the rabbit invincible. AoE damage plus healing. The rabbit seems pretty solid. He's a swordsman, pretty funny. But yeah, special move is also quite nice. Now, for the passive. At the start of the battle, Anna summons a bunny doll that inherits a percentage of her stats. Who knows how many? At the very least, it should be, I think, like Lily, also 120% could be acceptable. It's only one summon, so I think it makes sense. And upon being summoned, the bunny doll drops behind the enemy with the highest attack. This is good. These are good targeting. Dealing a percentage of its attack as damage and knocking down the target for a number of seconds. This, all in all, is really good. Having a knockdown on the highest attack enemy at the start of the battle is really solid. I would say Rihanna doesn't work just because Like the summon is not going to have the 4-piece Rihanna, but I mean, this is just solid already. You already have a pretty good CC. You don't need the silence or the additional attack. She's not going to be a Rihanna unit. The Bunny Doll is immune to status effects, pretty massive, and prioritize attacking the enemy with the highest attack. Doesn't say that he's immune to commanding skills, like for example a regular Yuri that cannot be provoked or commanded by another unit to attack a specific enemy. It will try to attack the ice attack, but if he's provoked, the rabbit will attack the enemy that's provoking him. Still, really good focus. Well, I mean, he's immune to status effects, so probably cannot be provoked anyway. So yeah, pretty solid. I like the targeting and also the initial crowd control. I think is really nice. Additionally, the bunny doll's attack speed is increased by n and its critical damage is increased by a percentage each time Anna uses a basic attack or a skill with the maximum number of stacks. And it doesn't say duration, so I guess it can only be removed by buff removal skills. Fine, but still, this is a pretty solid buff. If Anna is killed, the bunny doll dies. Pretty obvious. Then we have the first active skill. Anna uses the power of souls stored within her jar to grant a soul barrier, lasts a number of seconds, and can block up to a number of enemy skills. Only skills, not basic attacks. Additionally, it increases physical resistance and magic resistance by percentage for a number of seconds. Super important to protect from pierce and some resistance shred. So really good. If the skill barrier ends or is destroyed, the soul contained within will explode, dealing AoE damage, inflicting fear. Solid, really good. And if the bunny doll is dead, Anna casts the skill on herself. Interesting. There was a mentioning of her rapid resurrecting or something. I think it's going to be in the exclusive achievement or revolution because there is no mention also in the other two skills. But okay. Then we have the other active skill. Anna enhances her bunny doll using soul juice, increasing its attack by percentage and attack speed by a number for a certain period of time. If the bunny doll is dead, then Anna casts the skill on herself. Then we have the special move. Anna is going to spill a giant jar full of soul juice toward the enemy with the highest attack. Again, highest attack focus skill are pretty solid, creating a soul zone that brawls everything within it for a number of seconds and deals a percentage of Anna's attack as damage to enemies inside every X seconds, jolting them with each hit. I don't like the jolt, but it's fine if the enemies are not Uruk, so most of the times. If the bunny doll is within the soul zone, it restores a number of its max HP every second, no, every number of seconds, and all of its basic attacks are guaranteed to be crit hits, which is massive because the doll is getting the where's that crit damage increase. Overall, the kit seems solid. If it's really true that the doll can resurrect, then that's amazing. I don't have super high expectation just because I'm seeing like a similar kit as a Lilial. Well, it's not really similar. Lilial is more CC focused. This is more let's buff the bunny doll kind of unit. So she might have a lot of actual damage. I'm not sure. There is some good crowd control. There is the fear. There is the jolt. It's not bad. So there is potential here as well. We will need to see Revolution 4, Revolution 5, and also the exclusive achievement to tell, but definitely lots of potential here as well. I'm more excited for White, obviously, because I don't really think an SSR damage dealer is going to be that important, and I don't see max HP damage in our kit, so I wouldn't really be too excited just yet. If Revolution is broken, then sure. Right now, not much we can say. So yeah, that's pretty much all, guys, for the two new units. Let me know in the comments what you think about them. If you have a different opinion, if you're excited about White or Anna, let me know in the comments down below. I will say I'm more optimistic than before for white. I was kind of skeptical on how they could actually put it off, but I see a lot of magic resistance shred, magic pierce, attack increase, swiftness. So potential is there, definitely. The fact that the like ignition weapons are not really awesome for him, I would say is not a big deal because we will have two new ignition weapon sets in December and they might just do a good set for magic damage dealers as they did for physical damage dealers with Halocasia. So we'll see then. And yeah, that's pretty much all. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.